We've been doing this webinar for a while because our conservative friends have said, hey, we want to understand our progressive friends who are saying they see the scriptures to be affirming. And so that's why we actually do this particular webinar. We've actually done teaching around the best sort of what we view as the best and healthiest conservative view of scripture around LGBT questions as well. But most of the requests we get is for this webinar, so that's why we're doing it. And what we find is the churches that have the best experience tend to be the ones that take a team through a cohort and they say, let's learn together. Let's discern together where God is leading us. We've done a team of elders. We did that recently, which was great. We've done a staff team. We've done multiple pastors. And then we've also had just regular folks from a church. We had a whole church planting team come through a cohort as well. But the idea is it's really healthy to have these conversations. And so today, what I'm going to be talking about is really not how to get it right, right? That's not a conversation. And this is not much of a conversation because I'm talking at you right now, but we will have space for questions and answers and kind of more discussion at the end. But what I'm really interested in mostly is how do we have an attitude of curiosity and recognizing that Christians have a long history of disagreeing about scripture and interpretation? And what if we're looking for a reasonable interpretation instead of just the right interpretation? What if that's our approach? And so we can say, gosh, I disagree with you, and I see how your interpretation is reasonable. That I think my interpretation is more reasonable, or I hold my interpretation for these reasons, but it's a way to honor each other. Now, I don't think any interpretation is reasonable. I don't think Jesus came off a UFO. I don't think you get to, I literally was in a conversation with someone who said Jesus came off a UFO. I didn't find that particularly reasonable. But this is kind of what we're trying to do here is to say, well, what are reasonable and what are not? And these are the scriptures we're looking at today are all coming from, we're looking at them from the progressive evangelical perspective, okay?